Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and welcome back to another Q&A episode. The first Q&A I did was to celebrate 50,000 subscribers, and this one is just to do because I wanted to do a Q&A. I don't do these too often just because there's so many Overwatch videos that I could be making so much Overwatch content, and I figured that's what you're here for, not really Q&As every single week. Maybe you do, maybe you want to get to know your boy, but either way, today what we're going to be doing is taking some questions from the last Q&A video, but also questions from my Twitter. If you guys don't know, I do have a Twitter. I post a lot of Overwatch memes. I'm a little bit more interactive on Twitter just because it's a lot more easier. So if you want to talk to your boy and roast me and make me cry every single night because I'm lonely, you totally can. So it's at Bro You Whack. You can easily follow it on there. And also my Twitch. There's no questions from Twitch. I just thought I'd promote that too. But anyway, let's get started with some questions. Some of it was Overwatch related. Some of it is just, random questions that I thought I'd just throw in here. And yeah, let's have some fun with it. The first question comes from Twitter and comes from XDBug0, and he asked, ideal girlfriend. The first real question comes from Raichu Plays, and they ask, what got you into Overwatch and using Mei? So a two-part question. The second part, what got me into using Mei, I made a whole entire video talking about how I became a Mei main, but in short, I got inspired from a cosplayer. I won't mention her name because she's on thin ice right now. I'm not laughing at what she's on thin ice for, I'm just laughing by the fact that the person that got me into using Mei is now getting in trouble for sexual harassment and whatnot, so that's not really good. But the first part, what got you into Overwatch? It was actually a friend of mine. Now, one of my good friends, he's also an avid Overwatch player, but just an avid video game player. And at the time, I was just really into Call of Duty because that was just my main gig for YouTube. Whatever I'm recording or posting on YouTube, that's usually what I focus on. Call of Duty, Destiny, GTA, whatever. Right now, it's Overwatch, but it was actually my friend, and he just got done playing the Halloween event. And, that was an awesome event. It came when Junkenstein's Revenge, and he was just explaining to me how Junkenstein's Revenge works and how Overwatch works and just how I would kind of like the game. And then there was a free-to-play weekend, so I was like, okay, well, I'll try it out with my boy. I played it. Absolutely loved it, and then I picked up a copy, and then once I picked up the copy, that's pretty much what started this. So if it wasn't for my friend, I wouldn't be here today. The next question also comes from Twitter. It comes from a username Mora0. God, a lot of numbers. Who do you find to be the most annoying hero to have to play against? Originally, it was Hanzo, but that was mainly because he had Scatter Arrow, and that's the biggest reason why I hated Hanzo so much, was because he was so bad when he was on your team, but he was so annoying when he was on the enemy team, just because Scatter Arrow would always kill you. But they got rid of Scatter Arrow. Now it's Doomfist. I hate Doomfist so much just because you always hear his grunting. You just always hear that in the distance, and you don't know where it's coming from. Too late, you already got smacked and you're dead. That's why I hate Doomfist. You don't know where he's at. He just comes out of nowhere and just stuns you, pummels you, and he's just so extra with all his grunts. He's like guac at Chipotle. He doesn't need to be that extra, dog, alright? Next question comes from Dylan Andrew, and they ask, have you ever made anyone other than Mei? So it's actually a funny story. So I have a lot of Overwatch memorabilia, like clothes and accessories and whatnot. So whenever someone notices, they always ask me, hey, who's your main? What do you main? Who do you mainly play in Overwatch? And I always say, well, okay, so don't hate me, but my main girl is always Mei. And obviously that's not what he's asking. He's asking other than Mei. But I always say, well, I play a lot of Soldier, I play a lot of Diva, Zenyatta, Orisa. So I always say I'm more or less like a flex player. But recently who I've been really loving, and you're probably seeing the gameplay right now, is Hammond. Hammond is by far my second favorite hero in Overwatch. No doubt, no questions, don't even add me. He's one of the best heroes in the game right after Mei. So I've been maining Hammond a lot. Diva's a lot of fun to play. I got into her. At first, she was really hard for me to master because I didn't know how to play tanks all that well, but then I soon picked up on Diva pretty quickly. And then after that, obviously Soldier, but I don't know, man. I don't like to play Soldier. That might be something you don't know. I don't like Soldier as a character. I think he's boring. I think his character is just lame, but I'm good with him, so that's why I play Soldier. And Zenyatta. I also love Zenyatta, so a little bit of both. both a tank, a defense hero, an offense hero, and also support hero. The next question comes from Salty Genji Main, and they ask, what games do you play besides Overwatch? So it might come to a surprise for a lot of you, but Overwatch isn't the only game I play, but it's mainly what I do play. Okay, it's my job. This is what I do for a living, so of course most of my time is going to be spent playing Overwatch. But what I do enjoy playing, obviously Pokemon. Pokemon's probably my second favorite game of all time, and I just recently got into Yellow version. I started replaying that, but I have all the Pokemons from Generation 1 all the way to Generation 7. Is that Sun and Moon? I think it is 7. I just recently pre-ordered Let's Go Pikachu with the Pokeball, so I'm so excited for that. I got a lot of games for my Switch. My Switch is one of my favorite consoles of all time, just because of that portability factor. I got Crash, I got Fortnite, I got Monopoly, I got a lot of games on there. Cuphead's another game that I absolutely love. It makes me so mad though. You don't understand, like, you see me as this nice fellow, okay? But when it comes to Cuphead, I get really freaking angry. So, yeah, those are just a few games off the top of my head that I play. Just a lot of Pokemon. It used to be a lot of Call of Duty, but now that time's been replaced with Overwatch. And the last question from Twitter comes from Angel, and they ask, how do you feel about not being able to cosplay for the Outlaws, for the Houston Outlaws? Man, I'm pissed, dog. That is totally right. No, I'm just kidding. If you guys haven't heard the news, I guess there's a thing called an official, like, cosplayer, and the Outlaws has that kind of person. I didn't know about this, but I found it so funny because I've been cosplaying Genji with an Outlaws jersey since day one. So I don't know why they didn't invite your boy out for that position. But hey, you know, shouts out, I don't even know what her name is, but you know, it's really cool how the cosplay community is now starting to become like a profession, even though it was a profession before, but like now like starting to take a more professional role, especially in esports organizations. And now we're on to YouTube questions. The first one comes to Tracy, and they ask, is mom gay? Boy, what? Nah, you gay. Nah, I'm just kidding. The first real question comes from Peanut, and they ask, so do you have a PC? Because when you play the PTR, is it on your laptop? So I do have all 3 platforms for Overwatch. I have a PlayStation 4. Some of you guys don't know that. I have an Xbox, my main platform, and I do have a PC, but I only play my PC when PTR stuff gets updated or a new hero comes out. That's the main reason why I got this beast of a PC, was to be able to play PTR and get content very quickly, but also to just be more efficient with my video editing and just render times and everything like that. So I use it mainly for work. I don't really play on it too much because, well, I do have my Xbox, but there's like a new Hammond update or just a new Somber update or just anything that I need my PC for because it's only on PTR, then I'm gonna do that because it helps out with the channel. Another question says, why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
This next question comes from Alexander, and they ask, if you never got into Overwatch, what do you think you'd be playing on your channel? Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. If you're watching a Q&A, you probably are here for me and not just because of my Overwatch stuff. And I know a lot of people hate when I bring up Fortnite, but in all honesty, I'd probably be playing Fortnite. All because Call of Duty was my main game I was playing, but as you know, it was just on a downward spiral. And at the time, I would play some popular games. I mean, I played and posted a lot of GTA. Destiny was a big thing for a while, Minecraft even, and Fortnite, obviously it's blowing up, and it's good for a lot of YouTube channels. So I probably would have hopped on that wagon a long time ago if Overwatch wasn't my main gig, but I'm just so glad Overwatch came when it did because I feel like I can make a lot more videos around Overwatch with my style of content than with Fortnite. With Fortnite, again, I won't ever post it in the future, so don't even worry about that, but if I didn't find Overwatch, probably that. How are you still a virgin? I don't know, dog. Ask all the girls that don't love me, man. How would you feel if me and Hanzo became a couple? I'd cry a lot and then die. Just because it's so gross. Carrie King 999 asks, what is your routine for most days? And I actually like this question just because it's not Overwatch related, but my answer is still Overwatch related. So my day actually begins at 3 or 4 in the morning just because that's usually when I go to bed. I always spend the late nights just trying to edit or trying to finish the video for the next day. A lot of my time is just spent editing either funny moments, a top 5 video, whatever the case may be. So I go to bed at like 4 in the morning and I try to wake up before noon. So I'm a somewhat of a decent human being. But at 12:30, I even have an alarm set. That's when I make my thumbnail for the day. So I make my thumbnail, design it. That takes about 30 minutes to an hour. I upload my video before 1:30, so it's out there at 2:30 Arizona time. And then the video goes out at 2:30. I try to tweet it out on my Twitter, and at that point, I'm free to do whatever I want as long as I get a video done for the next day. So sometimes I go outside, sometimes I play Pokemon Go, sometimes I hang out with friends. I definitely try to eat breakfast and lunch during that time period. And then around like 6 or 7, that's when I start to make my video for the next day, whether it's a commentary, top 5 video, or I'm just straight up editing. So, you know, it's not really an extravagant schedule. Like I said, YouTube's my main job. So if you're going to go to a job for 8 hours a day, you know, spending 5 hours a day for, you know, YouTube, 6 hours, sometimes even 10 hours is something that I'm willing to do, because I'd rather do something I love than wanting to go to a job that's not going to treat me well. You know what I mean? So that's my main routine, is just wake up, upload my video, spend a couple hours to myself, play some games, and then I start playing Overwatch or recording Overwatch or just do whatever. Go to sleep, repeat. Love it. This next question comes from someone whose name isn't even a name, it's a question itself, but they ask, why don't you play Overwatch on PC? And to just give you a short answer, it's just because I don't want to. You know, I can and I will if I want to, but right now I'm having a blast with Xbox, and it's just what I've been playing for over a decade or so, ever since I got into Halo 3. And we got one more question. Alright, that's it for the questions. So thank you to everyone who asked questions on my Twitter and from the last Q&A video. I don't know when I'll be doing another Q&A video, but if you want to leave your questions down below that I haven't answered before, you totally can, because next Q&A, I'll probably pick questions from this video. I don't know when the next one will be. I do like making these because it's a change from pace from my normal Overwatch videos, but I don't want to bring these too often just because, you know, like I said before, there's so much Overwatch stuff I could be talking about and just making videos on. But usually with these special sentimental videos, I always have some corny ending or just thank you guys. But from the bottom of my heart, just thank you so much for supporting my dream and just supporting these videos. You know, every single day I used to wake up about 3 or 4 years ago just saying, I just want one chance. Just give me one chance. And Overwatch gave me that chance. It brought you guys, and I couldn't be more thankful. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next Q&A. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.